they'll talk like that because they're winners, Cal.
Shake and bake. It's called the El Diablo. I know this shit's recording.
Right.
Oh, we're already recording right
Spanish
now.
for fighting chicken.
Damn it, Baxter! I don't speak Spanish.
Okay.
All right, this show is just going to be all Anchorman quotes and fun and all that stuff. But we're back here at the Grand National Truck Show, and this time we have our good friend Roel Garza from Beltech Suspension up from the Central Valley. And you've kind of had a long history with Beltech, and now you've been back there about a year or so.
Yeah, I have. So I was with Beltech for about 17 years. Left Beltech in 16, went to go work for Slam Specialties, did sales and marketing management for them, and then was there for about 8, and now I'm back at Beltech.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you kind of seemed
back for about 6 months to a year.
Yeah,
and it kind of seemed, and I know we've talked about this before a little bit, or even when we did, I think the 40th anniversary documentary with Beltech, is that it was kind of a shifting of the time a little bit in the truck scene where things were very heavily into the air suspension world, getting even bigger, more technology on that. But you still needed, I think you mentioned, you still need shocks, still need spindles, still need some of those parts.
Still need everything,
but now kind of, especially with the CK truck market, just lower suspension, performance suspensions really coming back in style and popularity. So
yeah, exactly. And with everything that's been coming out with the technology and coilovers and 4-links and all that, it's huge and it's a big market. You know, airbags have always been like, obviously, everybody does it for the coolness, but they sometimes don't handle the way they're supposed to.
Right.
And that's why we do what we do, and we've done what we've done forever and decades with basic static lowering kits, and now introducing coilovers and working with Auto Revolution on that, which is a great partnership.
Yeah, no, we've had a blast working with you guys, developing a bolt-on coilover conversion kit for those OBS trucks. Because, yes, we know that they're popular, and especially for Beltech, it's kind of like that's the calling card.
Oh,
absolutely. That's what
it
launched the company.
Right,
essentially was the 88 truck and
OBS
sport.
Is we can't count how many kits we sell.
Yeah.
They're just always going out the door.
So that's one of your top sellers, you think?
Yeah, OBS extended cab rail cab is the top selling kit, 4657.
Wow.
So
and that now think about that, because Beltech developed those kits for those trucks when they were new.
Yes.
So if you're a guy that's driving around like a 91 Chevy truck that's 34, 35 years old, people are still buying kits for those.
Yes, people will still buy them, or in most cases, a lot of guys will refresh the truck. They bought it from somebody else that had it, that's been sitting on in their driveway, or they found it sitting in a garage, and they want to refreshen it up. So what they'll do is they'll call us, either buy a whole new kit, redo it, or they'll buy new shocks, new spindles, new shackles, any of the wearing items that they just kind of want to throw at it. And then the other big one is sway bars. Guys will get them and be like, hey, now I'm driving, I want to go around a corner, the back end's coming around.
Yeah.
Let's throw a sway bar at it.
Now, do you guys, I might be a little mixed up on this, so clarify this for me. On your guys' website, don't you guys have like a Beltech store for little items like that?
Yes.
So that's the Beltech Metalworks
So
side of
we
a lot
have
of the
2 sites.
Yeah.
We have the Beltech.com, which you can order your kits and all your complete stuff.
Right.
And then we have the Beltech Metalworks site, where you can do your custom shocks for whatever you're building. You can be building a 49
some metal
Ford.
tabs, some bolts.
We just need to know extended collapse length, the shock bushing diameters and widths, and we have various lengths. We also offer our Heim joints. You can get our bushings. You get U-bolt plates. You get a lot through the Beltech Metalworks.
So it's kind of like the builder's site, like you're saying,
pretty
right?
much.
Yeah.
And
you're
eventually
doing some custom stuff. It's
eventually we'll extend it out for other components, but for the most part, we sell a lot of shocks.
Yeah.
A lot of guys with airbags. They'll call us up. They'll get on our tech line and be like, "Hey, I got a Silverado. I want to put a shock on there. What do I do?"
Right.
This is what you need. Go to this site. Or if not, my guys are really good on the phone, where they'll get on there and they'll be like, "Cool. What's your ride height? What's your extended collapse?" We take care of a lot of the shock community.
That's cool.
Yeah, which is good. Stock, bag, lowered, you name it. We do shocks for a lot of stuff.
Right. Nice. Now, of course, OBSs are like we said, kind of what you're known for, but also too, let's go up to like the 14 trucks and later, because that's the other thing. I see a lot of people with kits like that on there. Is that kind of your other bread and butter?
Real popular. All of the 14 up, even the newer body Silverado 19, 20, 21, 22.
Yeah.
It's all very popular. And then we started doing the coilovers for the front of those.
Oh.
Which is I mean,
those are already a replacement strut.
Yeah, it's pretty much a shock strut combo.
Yeah.
You know, in most cases, we'll include the top hats where you just bolt it up. If not, you reuse factory top hats. And
wow.
I mean, it's a performance ride, so it's going to ride a little bit stiffer.
Right.
But it's not overbearing.
Okay. So you're not like rattling your teeth out.
No, you shouldn't be.
Yeah, you better not be.
Yeah, if you are, it's either too low or you did something wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what it is.
Give you a call.
Yeah, give me a call. We'll help you out.
Right.
So I know, like I said, we mentioned earlier the OBS coilover conversion kit. We've been kind of partnering with you guys on, doing a lot of development and testing on that. What do you kind of see as maybe like the next step beyond that? Is there, because I know because you guys are owned by KW Suspension out of Germany, who's been known for the sports car world, Porsche, BMW, but they have a lot of electronically adjustable
as of right
suspension
now,
stuff.
Anything of the electronic stuff, it hasn't really been talked about. I know we've started kind of tinkering with the idea of doing some of like the CUV applications. You kind of start throwing into that platform, and then obviously introducing the coilovers into the lifted trucks, which has been really great. I really want to see the like cat eye style front end trucks, coilovers on those, because those are popular.
Yeah.
You know, I've had one for decades. I sold it. You know, I'm slowly getting back into it.
What about a strut conversion for a cat eye?
See, that would be cool.
We'll get back to you.
Yeah. We'll
Okay. Just bing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because
that's how this goes. We bounce ideas off each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk later.
At least now we have it on recording, so
Yeah,
we can
gotcha.
go back and look, and that way there's proof. Yeah.
Yep. Everybody's leaving. There's no proof.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's.
I can even see that of, and maybe this is also kind of me, like hinting, in which I've done with you guys a little bit over okay, the Rivian, you know, or EVs that have adjustable suspension, but they're coming out with, you know, versions and stuff that are a little bit lower cost that just have standard McPherson strut.
Yeah.
Well, now it's almost, you can upgrade with the aftermarket. Possibly to
and then
have adjustable suspension, maybe computer controlled,
and the electronic suspension would be really great for those.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll see where things go.
Well, I know just from stopping in at your place every now and then, I know you guys are working on active controlled suspensions, because like you guys have Sprinter vans that have an actively controlled suspension with magnetic technology, and I, of course, Sprinter vans are high dollar, and you know, so I'm sure eventually that might kind of roll down.
Eventually it'll. Right? I know it'll roll down. It's just when, and then once we start doing all the R&D work. And, I mean, we all know that takes time and patience.
I mean, can you imagine a magnetic control suspension for a lower truck? I mean, that'd be really so cool. That would just
no, but
change.
But why not?
Right?
Yeah. I mean, at one point it just turns into because we can.
Because we can.
You know,
I like that.
You know, I mean, we do it with KW. You know, we do like the DDC kits and stuff like that, where it's like, okay, cool. Now we have these vehicles that have electronic dampening. Yeah. Well, we could just plug right into the factory harness. Why?
Because we can.
You know, and if we have that technology there, why can't we do it there?
Right.
You know, and I know we offer kits for the KW line where it's a coilover, and if it doesn't come with electronic dampening, we supply a WLAN module, and we supply the button, and we supply everything to do it.
Yeah.
So the technology's there.
Yeah.
It's just merging it into the Beltech line. Right. And I think eventually we will.
Okay.
I hope we do.
Well, I think maybe it's going to come from people like us watching right now to kind of pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like you don't know unless someone says something,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
So let's dive in a little bit about you.
About me?
About you.
Okay.
Because obviously, you've worked at Beltech and worked at Slam for a long time, been involved in the truck world, but you've also built several trucks. You've had several vehicles.
I've built
gone to
several
shows
vehicles
all the time.
from sports cars to classic cars, lowriders. I've had
B-Class.
Yeah, I've had my motorcycle.
Harleys.
I have two Harleys that I put together recently.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done this for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been in the car industry for career-wise over 22 years, 23 years.
Right.
In the automotive world since I was a kid. I mean, I was just talking to the staff over at West Coast Customs. They're like, "Oh, do you know who we are?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I used to go to your show when I was 9, 10 years old." You know? And back in Paso Robles, and
when it was in Paso,
revisiting that, and then kind of going back. I've had lowriders, I've had my trucks, I've had mini trucks, I've had it all, and it's, I've had the Evos.
So what's your favorite then?
Stuff. What's that?
What's your favorite then?
What's my favorite?
Or what do you wish you still had?
My Galaxy and my Silverado. I loved my Silverado.
I liked your Silverado.
My Silverado was so simple,
and I'm not
so
really a
basic.
red truck guy. Yeah.
You know, when that truck was done.
So let's dive a little bit into that because that has a lot of history.
Yeah, it really
tied
does.
into Beltech's with the 30th anniversary.
When we did that truck, it was one of the 5 for the 30-year anniversary, and when we did that truck, it was my favorite by far.
Yeah.
And when I had the opportunity to get it and drive it, and I drove it I drove it for 9 years almost.
Right.
Every day. I took it back to SEMA after 13 with the Red Flames. Adam Burgess and Trends did the Red Flames. He did Candy Apple Red Flames, and it was there with the SCT Bully Dog, and it was a phenomenal truck.
Yeah.
I bagged it and I drove the living daylights out of it. I mean, I drove it to Texas, Arizona, Nevada. Never let me down.
Nice.
And it was a fun truck. And I shouldn't. That's like the one that's like.
Yeah, you wish you didn't sell it.
We all have that one though.
You know,
we all. Yeah.
You know,
why did I let that one go?
Yeah, like why? And then you see it for sale, and you see it up for auction, and you see it.
Like, oh.
You know, the guys are taking auctions on TikTok and Instagram, $20 a ticket, and it's like I bought $1,000 worth of tickets. I'm like, dude, if I get that back for $1,000, that's cool.
That's good.
Obviously, I didn't get it, but
right.
seeing stuff like that, and then being like, okay, like I'm part of that. I was part of that truck.
Yeah.
Seeing my old Galaxy on Instagram recently at an event in Southern California, it's kind of like, man, I wish I had that.
Wish I had that car too. Yeah.
And it's cool to see them still alive and cruising.
Yeah.
It's something.
That's
else.
always a weird thing. Yeah, you don't. I have a couple of my trucks. One is completely gone.
Yeah.
When it was in a flood in Texas. And
I remember that truck.
Never coming back.
Right.
And the one that I've seen it in a photo one time in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And I don't know where or who it's at. And so it's kind of like you want to at least see them being enjoyed and used
I had
and
one
shown
truck.
off.
It was a Frontier. It was a regular cab Frontier.
Yeah.
And it was silver. It was silver flame pinstripes. And I loved that truck. It was on air.
Right.
And I sold it to a kid in No Regrets Mini Truck Club. His name was Frankie from Bakersfield.
Mm-hmm.
And I sold it to him, and he sold it off. And now the truck's still around.
Okay.
And now it's red.
Right.
With graphics.
Okay.
And it's still in No Regrets, and it's a Bakersfield.
That's cool.
And I think the kid's name's Jordan, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So that was my truck. And seeing it go from when I had it to be painted like baby blue, and then back in Bakersfield, and now it's red, and now it's getting crazy amount of attention.
Yeah, good.
And to see him be like,
there
I
you
have
go.
pictures of when I first did that
Yeah,
truck.
Yeah.
you got it started.
In the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And seeing it and being like, okay, well, now it got body dropped and it got repainted, the interior got done. And it's a beautiful truck.
Right.
But at the end, I was like, that was my truck.
Yeah.
So if you've been following us on Auto Revolution and checked out some of our OBS Clash build series or even the documentary we did a few years ago, we do a lot of stuff with Beltech suspension. What's really cool is they partner with us to give you guys free shipping on every order that you use the code AutoRevolution at Beltech.com. Once again, you can get free shipping on everything from OBS lowering kits to Jeep and brand new lift kits. Sway bars, shocks, you name it, you can get it at Beltech.com. Use the code AutoRevolution at Beltech.com to get free shipping. Now back to the show.
That's what, I don't know if you remember my silver and green 56 truck. And of course I sold it to that guy Corey up in Fresno, your area. And then he traded it in on a Hellcat at Clovis Dodge. And the guy from Clovis Dodge called me because he wanted to restore it. And, and the funny thing was at first I thought the guy was kidding. I thought he was like kind of screwing with me, and I was like, also I felt kind of weird. Like, why do you want to paint it exactly the way I had it done? And why do you want to do it exactly like that was my truck, right? Like, I don't understand. Like,
You're like, make it your truck.
And then the guy said, he goes, no, you're missing the point. I saw that truck on the cover of the magazine and I haven't stopped thinking about it. And I was just like, oh, so you have the passion that I had for it. So then that's when I
want to see it in the same way that you first were attracted to it.
When I sold my red Silverado, it had some imperfections in the paint.
Uh-huh.
And I told the kid that bought it, I can't remember his name, but he was out of Arizona.
Okay.
And he was like, well, I'm going to repaint it. And I was like, oh, cool, you're going to make it your own.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I want it the same color. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, why, huh?
Like, why? Like, you just like, and he's like, well, I bought it because it's a
because
nice
I liked
build.
it because I wanted it.
And I thought that was kind of
I
cool.
missed that point.
And then he ended up selling it. Ended up in Utah of all places.
Okay.
And I ended up getting messages on Instagram. I was like, hey, was this your truck?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He's like, can you give me the history? And that guy had it, and he made like poster boards of pictures from SEMA 2013 when they did the ad campaign.
Yeah.
When we did the ad campaign with Beltech, and he did these really cool poster boards and built this whole like thing about the truck.
Yeah.
And then the reason I found out it was in Texas was I was working at Slam, and I had got this guy that called in with issues with the air suspension.
Right.
And so he needed some warranty stuff, and he got the valve in to rebuild it. And I'm like, okay, like I look at it. First things first, you look at the serial number. Where'd this valve come from?
Yeah.
Look it over, and I'm like, there's no serial number on this valve.
Oh, so
I'm like,
it's
okay,
gotta be,
what's going on?
Right.
So I got a hold of the guy. I'm like, okay, hey man, I got your valve in. There's no serial. Where'd it come from? He's like, oh, I bought my truck with it. So we started talking about it.
Right.
Then I was like, what color is your truck? He's like, oh, it's red with red flames. I'm like, oh, dude, that's my truck. I know everything about this truck.
You're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so,
All right, what do you need?
I went and got his valve rebuilt, and then helped him out with a couple other components to like get everything all freshened up. And
Right.
Yeah, that's how I found out it was in Texas.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's the same way I found out who has my Galaxy.
Okay.
So again, I was at Slam. This guy calls up and he's like talking about redoing the air suspension on a 65 Galaxy.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I know
like,
something about that.
I had one of those.
Yeah, right.
So right away I pointed out like, okay, do 6-inch bags up front, 7s in the rear.
Yeah.
How's your air suspension done now? I started talking about it. They started talking about the back end.
Right.
And the air tank and everything. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, hey man, what color is that thing? He's like, oh, it's gold with gold flake top or silver flake top. And I'm like,
right.
Dude, you got my car.
Yeah, it's my car. Right.
So I was like, if I were to redo my car,
Yeah.
this is what I would do now.
Okay.
So I point him in the direction. I think he pulled the trigger and he redid
Nice.
it. And the guy's name's Tim.
Okay.
And every so often he'll throw some videos of the car.
Right.
And it's kind of like I've shot a message like, hey man, when you're ready to get that thing go, like,
Yeah.
I like that one better.
That's
You're like,
super.
oh, yeah, at least you got contact with both owners of it.
Yeah,
so
and the guy's a nice guy.
If it ever
he's
comes
in
back,
the
you
car,
grab
hot
it.
rod culture. He's in he's real big into like it looks like the vintage race cars, but I know he takes it to the what is it the show they do in Ventura, the Ventura
Internationals.
Internationals, yeah, right.
He takes it there. He takes it to Santa Maria. So he's enjoying the car, which is great.
Yeah.
So,
That's what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, if the car leaves you, you should, hope
Exactly.
that it's being appreciated, I guess.
Exactly.
Right?
Not stranded in a flood or anything.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Sorry, Jay.
I mean, it wasn't mine when I had it, but I knew who had it, and I was very sad. I mean, at least they, I think Stuart kept the tailgate.
Oh,
It
did
was
he
custom
really?
painted
Oh,
tailgate
that's
and had the Street Trucks logo and the LNG logo, all that. And then
that's cool.
the supercharger, I think he took that, had it rebuilt,
Okay.
and then put it on his Tahoe.
Oh, why
which
not?
is funny on that because he sent it to Brian Zacuto at Superchargers Online,
Yeah.
who had worked at Magnuson when I got that one.
Right.
And it was a chrome
That's right.
one, which
Yeah.
wasn't like
That
super
wasn't normal.
common
Yeah, it wasn't
of what they were
normal,
doing.
Right.
So when he got it, he was like, "Oh, I know what this one
Yeah.
is," and
Yeah,
had
it's
it
weird how that
rebuilt and stuff.
happens
So it's like same exact kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens all the time. You'd be surprised how many times
We're a
something-
small community that,
Yeah.
people
We've
don't
all known
really
each other
realize
for
that.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's good.
So what's next for you that
On
you're
my
working
horizons?
on, or
I don't know. I'm tinkering with the idea of doing the truck I have now, which I have a Avalanche, which is something we did SEMA of 2002.
Right.
Which my father purchased the truck from the company in the 2004, 2003.
Okay.
And then recently I've taken ownership of it. So I'm kind of like, okay, do I want to rebuild it? Do I want to change it up a little bit?
Right.
It's low mileage. It's a great truck. It's just one of those situations where do I want to put it on air? Do I not want to put it on air?
Yeah, right.
Do I want to rebuild it? Do I want to keep it?
Yeah.
I've also had the opportunity of speaking with somebody here in our industry that's here with a vehicle here that may be wanting to sell me a vehicle that I'm kind of like, I'm kind of tinkering with that idea.
Maybe.
So I'm kind of like thinking, well, do I sell the Avalanche and buy Zed Suburban?
Oh.
So, it'd be kind of cool to have a black and green Suburban next to a black and copper Tahoe at events. Hint, hint.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
But I'm still, being back at Bell's really kind of gotten a fire under me to want to
Good.
build something again.
Good.
But I just don't know what. And I don't know if I'm going to go back into the air stuff or if I'm going to just do a static drop because, I'm in my mid 40s and I like just jumping in something and just going.
It's funny you say that. I was just right now thinking that, like, I think that there's kind of like
an old man curve?
an old man curve, but
Yeah.
also too that it rolls up and down.
It really
No, I
does.
mean, it's-
like I got two Harleys. One of them's on air suspension and it sits on the floor and it's a beautiful bike.
Right.
But I'm not gonna buy it. I bought a new Road Glide that I just lowered and I'll ride 6 500-600 miles on that thing with no issues. And
Right.
I ride the Softail for 30 minutes, and I'm like, fuck, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you kind of have a little bit of each. You have something that's more show oriented and
I'm
cruise,
at that point in my life where it's like,
enjoy.
if I were to do something, it's going to be static drop. You know,
Right.
it's going to be something I could cruise around in.
Yeah.
I could throw my family in it and just go somewhere, you know,
Right.
and not worry about anything.
There is that kind of, I guess, reliance
Yeah.
on something like that, where you just know, like, hey, that thing's not going to break. I can take it
Yeah.
anywhere, you know. But then, you know, guys with high performance air systems,
Yeah.
they don't, you know, they don't build things to break,
No.
right? So but just for some reason that
the
static thing just makes you feel a little bit more
Yeah, and
safer.
that's one of the
I
reasons
don't know.
why when I did the
You
Silverado,
still might have a ball joint or a wheel spacer that
Yeah.
pops off that people have had, but
Yeah.
there's always something that could happen.
and that's
it's
how
just
when we did the Silverado,
thinking,
we did it with the intentions of this truck's going to be driven.
Right, good.
You know, and it was. I mean, we
Yeah.
drove the living daylights out of it. I
Yeah.
mean, we took it to Oregon
Right.
twice, you know, and with no issues. We took it to Texas with no issues.
Yeah.
Arizona, Nevada. I mean, you name it. The whole West Coast it went.
Right.
Never failed on me once.
And that's what makes a truck
Yeah.
fun, you know?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
They're not fun when they sit in your garage all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I get you.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for not being nervous.
Thank you.
Yeah, the guy that was all nervous, and I got a
easiest
stuttering
conversation
problem,
ever.
and I'm not gonna be able to talk.
Right,
and,
right. What do I do with my hands?
Yeah, I'm
You
do
know?
this. I'm thinking about being a glass case of emotions. I don't know.
Right, right. Well, you'll get my bill later.
You're on
so-
fire.
All right, thanks.
You're on fire.
I got you. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Marcel,
no, thanks for
Jason,
stopping
you know.
by.
Yeah, it was great.
Appreciate
Great.
it.
Good having you on.
Come check out Beltech.com, Beltech
Absolutely.
Metalworks.
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 That happens. We all speak gibberish.
And then anything personal that you want to mention or say, or do you want anyone to
not
follow
really.
you? Or
I
not?
mean, besides thanking everybody, you know, that buys the product, thanking you guys for everything you guys do. All my staff at Beltech, I mean, we're a great group of guys, you know,
Yeah.
and we're there to help everybody. So
I'm glad you guys are that tight of a team.
yeah. Our staff, our group in our tech and sales department is a really tight group of guys, and we work very well together.
Right, right.
You know, my guys go above and beyond. I say my guys, I know they're not my guys, but they are my guys. You know,
Yeah.
they
They're
go
your group.
above
Yeah,
and
they're
beyond
your
for
team.
everybody,
Yeah.
and they're there to help everybody, which
That's
is
rad.
great.
That's rad.
So,
Well, good deal.
Very cool.
all right, well,
Thanks.
thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah,
We'll see you
thank
next time.